and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. I am, of course, your wonderful host, Mark Alexander, and today we are reviewing a new BFS reel. Guys, it's one that a lot of people have reviewed, a lot of people have, and now I'm one of those. So guys, we have the Kast King Zephyr. Guys, we have the Kast King Valiant Eagle. So we have had a Kast King on the channel before, but the Zephyr is definitely the go-to for anyone that says, I want to get into BFS. Where do I start? Right here is where a lot of people start, a whole lot of people. So speaking of start, I don't see anything on the outside, so let's get inside of this thing and get a look at it. And oh dear, it sure looks good. Guys, get a look at that spool. That spool is really cool looking, really cool with the orange and black, and that is smooth as silk. Guys, couldn't ask for a smoother setup. And let's look at our paperwork and our swag. We'll put our box down a moment. So Kast King sends you not one but 2 stickers, and you know, this one's just Kast King sticker. This actually is a deal that you can put on there so you know how much and what kind and what day. What day? Yes, what day you put line onto this. That is really cool. Guys, that's an extra that I never thought of. But we'll put those down. Guys, we have our exploded diagram, which is great. And something that a lot of other manufacturers don't do is, if I can figure out how to open it, it's in color. That's neat. That is really neat. I've never seen one of these that comes in color. So that's a really nice feature. And of course, this is the how to take care of it, the ins and outs of it. Guys, we're gonna put this to one side, but if you are a new reel owner, you might want to look that information over. But for me, I just want to look this over. So again, with a BFS reel, shallow spool, so it doesn't have a lot of rotational mass to get moving whenever you're trying to cast your lures. And okay, cool, simple open close. So we're gonna flip the thing to open, and we're gonna rotate down, and we're gonna open up. Magnetic brakes like I would expect on a cheaper reel. Guys, I know that this probably sets at your shop for around about $90. That is not what I paid for it, but most of them have this style of brakes to begin with, so not a surprise there. And the spool doesn't have a shaft on both sides, like a long shaft like you typically see. And look how much the spool has been cut down so that it will be lighter and be able to cast those light lures that you're wanting to cast. Very nice. Let's get her back together. Easy to put back together, close, and I do not quickly see, oh, maybe here it is. So this is a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, so relatively standard ratio for a reel, and it feels really good in the hands. But guys, it's going to feel a lot better on a rod. So let's put some line on it, let's put it on a rod, and let's start casting something or other out with it and see what we can do. All right guys, so we've got 8-pound monofilament line on this. Guys, I'm cheap, don't laugh at me. But guys, let's check out some things. First off, drag does click, so that's nice. Does the yes, that clicks as well. That's probably right about there. And yes, that also clicks. So let's quickly get this set up. I'm going to set my brakes on maximum so that I have the most chance of not ruining this. And look at that slow fall. Really slow. And speaking of falling, let me show you what's falling. So this is a 16th ounce Mike Iaconelli. I don't remember if it's a mini or a micro. I want to say this is his micro jig. It is not the swim jig. It is just a regular ball head 16th ounce jig, but with the blade we're probably pushing an 1/8 ounce. But now that you've seen me live put this together, let's give this thing a flip. Okay, we probably, I'd say I'm about 8 steps out. Oh, thank you, whoever it is that left your trash for me. Or is that just a limb? I thought it had line on it. Let me give it a look. JK, I was just angry for nothing. But guys, we'll move that out of our way, and let's give it a real cast out in this water here. This is the first cast. I have not played with this off screen at all. And we're just gonna gently get it in there. Okay, not so bad. Feels really good to reel with and work with. Boy, I'd die if something just came up and wrecked that thing. Okay, cool. So let's turn our brakes down to... This is marked in Roman numerals, which I've never seen before. But we're gonna mark it down to 4 and see what we have. So 4 on a gentle throw. Okay, we're getting some distance out of this. And we're just gonna slowly ease it in on the odd chance something's chasing. Guys, we're gonna try for a full-on cast. Oh, birdie, birdie, birdie. So guys, let's get this fixed, and then we're gonna up those brakes. All right guys, so we went up to 5 on our brakes, so let's give it a real throw and see what we do this time. Okay, this is livable. That went out pretty good for a 16th ounce bait. Let's get greedy. Let's go down 3 clicks and see if we still got a lure. And I'm gonna come down 2 clicks on our tension as well. She attempted to bird nest, so we're gonna come up 2 and see what that does. No, guys, I think it just, for me, it needs to be on 5. And I might even set that tension 1 further up. All right, guys, so we're gonna try our luck fishing for a little while. If we catch something, I'll bring you back. If not, we'll just be talking about our experiences with this thing. A little tiny bass. I saw him take that. Well, guys, we ain't skunked anyway. But that is a tiny little old bass. We're gonna get a quick picture with him, and then we'll throw him back. All right, guys, he's little, but we've had lots of fun with him. Tell your mama I'm coming. Off he goes. And he darted right off. So, guys, we're gonna take our little setup and hope for something a little larger than that. All right, guys, so we've been using this for around about an hour, and you saw all we caught was that 1 fingerling. Guys, we got the skunk out of the boat, but unfortunately we didn't catch the big hoss fish like I'd like, but that's why they call it fishing, not catching. We did catch today. But what do I think about this this Kast King Zephyr? How do I compare it against the Kast King Valiant Eagle? Guys, I will have to say I like this Zephyr far better than that Valiant Eagle. Guys, this Zephyr will cast not quite as far as my Aldebaran, but for the price, it still does really good. It does really good with a 16th ounce and a spinner. So probably getting close to an 1/8 ounce. Not really sure how that math would break down. But I would buy this again. I would suggest for you, if you're interested in BFS, you've seen everything I've done, and I'm not running like 10-pound fluoro. I'm not running 10-pound braid that's like ultra fine. I'm not running anything crazy. This is just 8-pound trilene mono. You all could be doing this. $90 and a flimsy casting rod. You could do this. You could be having these kinds of adventures yourself. But in the meantime, yes, buy this. It is a nice reel. It is not quite as nice as that Shimano Aldebaran, but it is nicer than the Valiant Eagle. I'm going to put this to one side, and I'm going to ask you the usual YouTube things. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, subscribe. We are pushing for monetization by the end of the year. We've got a little bit of it, but I want to get some of that sweet ad revenue. And I can do it with your help. And also, if you want to support me right now with more than a subscribe, you're welcome to get a membership. Memberships are $5, guys. $5. You can't even hardly go to MacD's and get more than a very small amount of food. You could be helping me achieve dreams and do cool stuff. Thank you so very much for watching, though. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.